and welcome back to my channel. And I've been working on a bunch of small little projects lately, and one of them is making my very own stationery, and I'm kind of obsessed with this, to be quite honest. I think it's really fun, so I thought, why not sit down with you guys and kind of walk you through the whole like design creative process that goes into making your own sticky note sets and stuff like that. So you can see I have like a bunch of different ideas here and there, but I haven't made all of them yet. So we're gonna go through all the steps and let's get started. So I have been doing this for a little while now, and I have, I think, maybe 4 sets or maybe even 5 sets done so far, and it's been really fun. And I mean, obviously my biggest dream is to open up my own store, so I don't know, maybe keep an eye out for that within the next 2 years, we'll see. But yeah, let's get into what sticky note set that we are designing today. And the one that we're doing today has been one that's been on my mind for such a long time, and I'm so happy with how it came out. I think this is my favorite one yet. But as you can see with what I'm doodling right now, we are doing a little froggy set, and I'm so excited about it. So as you can see, I have my main idea, which is frog, but then I also have like some other small elements to add to the composition and overall make it more interesting. So we have some lily pads, we have the little flowers and stuff, and little flies and things like that. And then here, I kind of laid out on the side like the 4 different designs that I have for every set so far. So we have a gridded paper one, we have a blank one, we have a simple line one, and then one that I call like the to-do list sticky note, which has like just lines and little dot dots. Which of course can be used for so many things, but usually I mainly use them for my to-do lists that I just need like quick on the go and kind of stuff like that. So then the next step is to just simply draw those basic designs on 2 little squares in my sketchbook to kind of get an idea of like where I want to place things in the finalized version. And so I kind of play around with that, see what elements I want where, and I start thinking about like the depth of things and grayscale and stuff like that in my little busy brain, and what colors I'm leaning towards and stuff like that, which we will get into in just a moment. But I usually end up going with my first design because I usually think it's the best. Even if I do like 5 different ones, I usually end up liking these better. And then here I am drawing a little frog and kind of figuring out like what style I wanted to go with, and this one ended up being cute enough. And keep in mind, this is going to be very small on the lily pad, or on the note set itself. So yeah, anyways, let's jump right into the doodle part of things. So for anyone wondering, I am using the program Krita. Honestly, I really love this program. It's completely free and it's like very close to Photoshop, and I just really enjoy how it works. So if ever you want a free drawing program, this one works great. Lots of great brushes and everything, and I don't know, I enjoyed it. Anyways, yeah, so here I am sampling colors and kind of figuring out like what looks best together and what should work as the background color and yada. And then I usually spend at least like 5,000 years making this perfect blob for the background. It's really difficult. It seems like it would be the easiest part, but it's not. So anyways, trying to get like that perfect shape that's taking up like just enough space but not too much, and that the lines are like, you know, smooth enough that, you know, it doesn't seem blotchy and, you know, not meant to be like that. So anyways, you start off with that, and then you go and start designing your other elements. And here I am starting to draw our little froggy friend. I spent way too long on this. Usually my main elements don't take me like 45 minutes to do. It's usually 20, but you know, we had to put in the effort for Mr. Little Froggy here, you know? Anyways, it ended up looking very cute, so I'm very happy with it, but I do admit it took me way too long. I was having a little bit of issue trying to figure out what like coloring style I wanted to do. Like, did I just want to do like basic block shading? Did I want to do stuff with like an airbrush? Did I want like, you know, it was very difficult to figure out what I wanted to do, but I ended up finding a design that I was very happy with. But it did take me quite a while to get there. So I ended up kind of going with something like this, but then I was like, no, never mind, I hate it. So then I started again, and I decided to just go with the gradient shading for the little leg area, and I think that's exactly what it needed, with just some basic lines for the legs. And again, this is going to be small, so on the printed version it doesn't look that blotchy or, you know, unhappy with all the small details, so I decided to just leave it as is. And then of course when you add in the eyes, it just completes everything, and it was perfect. And then the little glint in the eyes, it was great. I also made him shiny because, you know, slimy cute frogs, gotta love them. And then for the mouth, I couldn't figure out if I wanted a big mouth. I think it looked very cute with a big mouth, but not very froggy, so I ended up giving it a small mouth, and it was just, it's so cute. I also gave it some blush because, you know, cute little froggy. And I ended up being very happy with it. So this is the final design for our little frog friend. And then I end up adding him on a little lily pad in the bottom right hand corner, just like I did in my sketch. And I made him a little bit bigger and stuff like that, so nothing too complicated. It did take me a while, but you know, the power of editing cut that down to, what, a couple minutes? Anyways, and then we move on to the lily pad. I use the circle tool in order to make like a nice little oval so that things could be nice and, you know, not wonky, because everyone struggles with circles. So yeah, and then I just cut out like a little rectangle, or I just cut out a little triangle in order to make the little lily pad area that is cut out usually in lily pads, which I actually don't know why. It's quite interesting. Nature is wild. Anyways, and then I added some little details, and then I kind of morphed a little bit the shape so that the frog fit on it. And I made sure all my layers were properly stacked and stuff like that. And then I added one of my favorite elements throughout this entire set for some reason. I don't know why, but these little flies just bring me so much happiness. They're so cute, and I don't know, they just add that little design area that you just need. And anyways, I very much enjoyed these elements, and I've had a lot of fun making them. Anyways, this is what the first one looks like, and you see here I'm referencing back to one of my other sets in order to see the elements that I need. And most of the time I just copy paste the lines so that they're completely even and equal for every single set, so that I don't have to redraw them every single time. So, you know, lazy hack for anyone wondering. And then I went ahead and started working on the to-do list sticky note, which I just kept the lily pad and I added the flower on top. And this also took me forever to do, but I think the final result is very cute as well. Not as perfect as I would like it to be, but again, it's gonna be small. We don't really notice it anyways. And then of course I played around a little bit with the placement, and then I of course went to our wonderful little flies, and I think I separated them up in this one. I don't remember, but I moved them around a little bit, composition, yada yada yada, and I think it turned out very cute. And then moving on to the gridded sheet, this also took a little bit of referencing back to other sheets as usual. And usually for the grid sheets, I actually end up making the background color a bit lighter, because usually they're very dark, because I usually have the blobs to lighten everything up. So I just lightened up the color a little bit, and then of course I put the lines to the proper color for the color scheme. And I just added the simple little elements as well. And again, I just recycle and reuse a lot of the elements so that I don't have to redraw everything all the time, and it keeps everything pretty consistent, and it's overall pretty enjoyable. And then for the regular list sticky note, we have the little froggy that did a little comeback, of course, with the little lily pads, and then the little flies, and I think it turned out super duper cute. And then of course I had to add little hearts because we just love the little guy. So anyways, then I save everything as a PNG so that we can put it on a Word document and then print it from the printer, and then we cut, and then we have the final result. And here are the final results. I don't have a high-end printer. I'm just using a very regular old printer with regular printer paper. And these are the final results for the little froggy sticky note set. I'm overall very happy with how it came out, and I hope you guys enjoyed kind of seeing the little quick progress and process that is with these little sticky note sets. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all very, very soon. Bye guys.